G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Today I'm reviewing the Anker 53 litre EverFrost dual zone fridge freezer. We have been camping with this over the weekend, as you can probably see, and I've actually been using this for a little bit now, quite a few weeks. And this is part of the new range of fridges that we're seeing in the market that have the lithium-ion batteries actually built into the device. So Companion's got one, there's the EcoFlow Glacier range, there's these ones, the Anker EverFrost range. We've also seen Mike Coolman's got the battery pack that sticks off to the side as well. So a few little options like that. So this is part of that family. And it's got so that's kind of the big standout thing about this, is it's got that lithium ion battery in it. So it's got a 299 watt hour battery, which is just in here, and you can actually remove it and pull it out if you want, and literally use it as basically a power station with USB-C 60, USB-A 12, and you've got an Anderson plug here as well, so you can plug your solar straight in, up to 100 watts of solar, like that. So that's kind of the feature that helps it stand out from the others on the market. Now, Anker as a brand is worth knowing about. There's an Australian-made company. They do really good high-quality stuff. And they've also done a lot of work with power stations. So NRG Volt, if you've ever seen them, that's part of the Anker brand of bigger family. Also Laser, they do like the power banks. So I've got a lot of experience with lithium-ion batteries, a lot of protection systems, BMS in their lithium-ion battery range as well. So good quality stuff, and that's Anker. Now, in terms of using this as a fridge freezer combo, there's some real positives about it, some absolute positives, but there's some significant negatives. And the main negative for it is that this thing retails for $1,999, which is extreme. And I'll go into that in a little bit more in a sec. Okay, but in terms of the actual performance of it, I've been super impressed. So I charged this up on the way here. So I was literally plugged into the car on the way to this campsite. And by the time I pulled it out, it was at 83%. So 83% capacity left here on the battery. Now, we've been here for over 48 hours and it's still running. And I haven't bumped it, charged it, no solar, no nothing. And I've been running it with, at 3 degrees and on both sides, and I've been deliberately sitting in the sun. And it is, look, it's May, it's not smoking hot, it's like 25 degrees during the day, but I deliberately left it in the sun with no cover just to really try and drain it. And it just held up, just kept going. I could not believe it. I had a spare power station because I thought I was going to use it, and I didn't need to use it. Now, they're advertising up to 27 hours in those conditions, 25 and 4 degrees as you're freezing. Obviously, you can freeze one side and keep one side cool, but that's kind of what they say you'll get 27 out of. I reckon we would have made it 50 plus if I got it to 100%. So that's really good. It's super quiet as well. Really, really quiet fridge. You can't hear it running at all. I've never really heard it kicking in, kicking out, nothing like that. A very simple system to use as well. It's not complicated. It's a very basic system on the front for all you to change the temperatures, change the zones, that type of thing. It's all done really well. And there's also an app that allows you to also access a lot of the controls through the app as well. Now, in terms of its rugged design, it does act with a handle here. So you can just pick it up and just kind of walk it around. As you can see, it runs pretty well over any terrain with these kind of outdoor wheels. Again, very, very sturdy and strong in the way it's designed. And this thing can come out here as well, like so, and act as a super handy little side desk. It's got a bottle opener in the back here as well that you can't see. Now, this is the 53 litre. So there's a 43 litre and a 33 litre. They're both single zone. This is the dual zone with the 53 litres. And that's where the capacity starts becoming an issue. So if you have a look around here, you come up close, it's got a really good smart locking system. Like, it's really robust, easy to do, access both sides quite independently of each other through this little handle. Very nice thick seal, and you've got your 53 litres capacity in here. So on this side we had all of our food, piled that up there for a couple of days. Family of 5 by the way, and on this side we just had some booze and cheese and stuff like that. So that's the way that we set it up. And like I said, it's got a little light here as well, the chain that keeps it from overextending. So those are all the positives, but the negatives is that 53 litres is pretty tight for a family for anything longer than a couple of days, making this kind of well suited to couples or small families going for a couple of days. You know, mate. Also, it doesn't have too much flexibility with it. So like I said, it takes 100 watts of solar power. That's pretty low, but to be fair, it's not a big battery. It's only a 299 watt hour battery. So 3 hours and you're gonna, in 400 watt, you're gonna charge this thing back up. It's not much, but can't take in a lot. So you're gonna do anything quick and you've got 200 watts worth of solar, that's not gonna do you any favors. It's also got no flexibility in the way that it turns around. So there's only this one power cable. If you come and look over here, you'll see it's just, this is your only power entry here. It's quite low, it's quite challenging to get to. It's on the wheel side as well, which is annoying when you're putting it into a car because you want to kind of wheel it in. On this side, there's no power option at all. So there's no way to charge it from this side, so it kind of restricts the way that you can put it in. You've also got these handles which protrude quite a significant amount, so it's kind of sticking out a fair bit. It makes it a little bit more challenging to pack as well, as opposed to kind of something that's inbuilt into the chassis itself. They could have potentially done that and even increased the capacity a little bit. And then they're asking you to pay $1,999 for this. And as much as I love the product, and like I said, I'm so impressed by the performance. I'm so happy with how this handled direct sunlight, keeping itself cold while staying super quiet and lasting way longer than the advertised amount. The reality is, for $1,999, you can probably get a bigger capacity fridge with a cover and a whole separate power station and come in under that amount. So that's where I think that this thing is starting to price itself a little bit out of the range of regular Joe Punter, and potentially they need to find a way to take 500-600 even more off of this thing to get it down to something to a 53 litre dual zone capacity fridge. Even with the lithium ion battery, it's probably priced elsewhere in the market. So like I said, build quality is excellent, hinges are great, seals great, everything about it feels awesome. The only place that's really stuffed up is this LED screen, which is so dull. It's so hard to read that you can't read it in direct sunlight at all. And even now in the middle, with a bit of shadow that's just come over the hill there, I'm really struggling to see it. Now I don't have internet here, so I haven't been able to kind of get the Apple sorted out. So I will leave a comment if there's a way of increasing the LED brightness through the app. I can't test that right now while I'm filming this. Yeah, so that's something as well I'd like to see improved. But anyway, those are my thoughts in general about the Anker EverFrost 53 litre dual zone fridge freezer. I think it's a wonderfully made machine. I think it performs extremely well. I'm really happy with that side of things. I just think it's overpriced compared to what else is available in the market. And unless we can see a bit of a price reduction on this, considering that there are places definitely for improvement as well, it's hard for me to say, yeah, go for it. Because yeah, if this was like, yeah, closer to the $1,000 mark, it'd be a knockout out of the park. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I'm Chris Stead. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out my other videos, and until next time, check you later. Yeah.